Let's come to what we've done in the last few months. How have your achievements helped to stimulate the economy, to energize the economy, so to say?
Just like I did say, some of the reforms we brought in to our operations, to our legal processes, to our prosecution approach has yielded some reasonable, modest and reasonable results for us in the last 1.5 years. For example, we discovered that, like I did say, prevention is better than cure, like people say. It costs more to recover than to prevent. If somebody has access to process of crime, he can do so much, he can fight you back. So the first thing we do now is to look at the assets. We deprive people from access to the process of crime so that they will not be able to fight back. So we made it part of our operational processes, and that has yielded a lot. Now, for the first time in the history of EFCC, we had the largest single real estate recovery. As a matter of fact, sir, it's a world record. It's a world record. Single largest real estate recovery anywhere in the world. I've gone to hand over the property to Ministry of Housing because it's still at the completion stage for them to complete it and go through transparent and accountable process to dispose to Nigerians who are interested, so that money will come back to government, that money that has been taken to build that estate. That is number one. And in addition to that, monetary term
has not shown up.
Somebody went to court to challenge, but the court threw it out that you can't provide means of legitimate earning that would have acquired this kind of property. You know, when we investigated that matter and recovered the...
Did it go to court before the time ceiling?
No, it didn't. It didn't show up. Meanwhile, we published for 14 days. Nobody showed up. But after the forfeiture order was given, he now went to the court to challenge it. So number one, just like you said, the first question is, where were you for those 2 weeks? Because we know you were in this country, you didn't show interest. Now you came back. Even when you came back, you didn't show proofs that you earn enough money within your period of service to have been able to acquire this kind of property. So the thing was thrown out, and you need to read the judgment. The judge actually did a great job and said, look, it's time for us to be held accountable for what we do. So in addition to that, we also made some reasonable substantial monetary recovery, to several hundreds of billions of naira, which has also positively impacted the economy. And I'll tell you 2 ways. You must have heard that part of the recovery we made last year was appropriated to the NEF fund, the student loan. In fact, it was part of our money that was used to take off, to set up that program. Now over 200,000 students had benefited from that program. It's a major plus. And also the credit corporation, where civil servants can also easily go in and obtain credit at probably one single-digit interest rate. It was also 50 billion of part of our recovered asset that was used to set up that project as well. And civil servants can go in now and take credit. Because one of the contributing factors to corruption and financial crimes in Nigeria is the inability of people who have worked for so many years to be able to, at least live a minimum standard lifestyle. If you had worked for 10 years as a civil servant, you can't even afford 2-bedroom flat. Because everything we do in Nigeria is cash-based. And when an economy is driven by cash, everything you do, you pay 100%. There is no way, sir. 1,000 EFCC will not fight corruption. So what we said, if we have credit transactional system, it will help us. If you work for 5 years, you'll be able to have access to credit and buy a 3-bedroom bungalow. And for the next 10 years, you will be paying in such a way that it will not have so much negative impact on your income. You will be comfortable. Your propensity to steal will be reduced. So that's part of the impact on the economy that we have channeled our recovery, the assets we recover to. And also, sir, we have also reviewed our processes, particularly in the area of operations. I want to emphasize this. Our work is not all about handing people or making noise. If you are under investigation and your account is blocked, and what we are investigating you for is about 5 million naira, and you have a company, you have employed people and generating income, you are paying your tax, So that's what we are investigating is maybe tax evasion or similar offences. What we now do is, look, we separate the money that is equivalent of what we are investigating in your account. We set it apart. We block that, so that you will be able to run your business. You'll be able to pay your salary, unlike the previous approach of blocking everything. People are laid off and all of that. So we have refined that system and ensuring that to ensuring that, look, businesses can still survive while they are under investigation. For the mere fact that you are being investigated is not the end of your business, except that if that business is really set up to defraud the economy or to defraud the system, that's where we can shut you down. So those are areas where we'll be using the instrumentality of this work to stimulate the economy.
Let's talk about bank fraud. Bank fraud is a very, very big problem.